His resignation came just hours after a fresh warning from the head of Britain's domestic security service and FBI Director Christopher Wray in London.
It's the Chinese government that poses the biggest long-term threat to our economic and national security. And by our, I mean both of our nations along with our allies in Europe and elsewhere.
We are joined now by Matthew Turpin, served as the National Security Council's China Director during the Trump administration, now with the Hoover Institution. Matthew, thank you so much for being with us.
Nichole, thanks so much.
All right, pretty dire warning. You know, how concerned should the average American be here? Could these hacking activities impact the average American?
Well, I think that they have been impacting the average American for a number of years. I mean, the Federal Bureau of Investigation and the Justice Department have prosecuted numerous espionage cases against the Chinese Communist Party and the Ministry of State Security over the course of years. The Biden administration, I think the count is somewhere about 17 convictions under its now closed China initiative since the start of the Biden administration for various activities by the Chinese Communist Party inside the United States.
All right, so Matthew, talk to us. What kind of technology are these hackers, trying to steal, and why?
Well, we could take a look at one case that was an effort to steal advanced jet engine technology that was owned by General Electric. That case took place between about 2010 and 2015. The convictions of that case, where we actually have members of the PRC's Ministry of State Security in U.S. prison, they were convicted in 2018. It involved a complex effort of cyber espionage and human intelligence in terms of infiltrating U.S. and French companies in order to steal this technology. It included a company called Capstone Turbine in Los Angeles, in which the Chinese government stole enormous amounts of their intellectual property and put the company in serious problems. So these things have been going on for years, and it is obviously now we are beginning to really take real effort to highlight what the Chinese government is doing.
All right, so stealing technology, intellectual property. What other goals do these hackers have here?
Well, I think for the most part, this is around stealing the cutting edge technologies that give the United States and other democracies both national security advantages and economic prosperity advantages. So the Chinese government sort of follows both efforts in the technologies that they target and the ones that they bring in. And over the years, they have been quite successful in stealing these technologies. And that, due to a commission that the Obama administration did in 2013, it was estimated that this was worth hundreds of billions of dollars a year, costing the U.S. economy.
Oh, yeah, we just certainly don't like to hear that. All right. Matthew Turpin, thank you. Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.